Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we've hit the bottom of the hour. My name is Fred Holmes. I'm a independent distributor with VG International. I currently hold the rank of triple diamond with our company's compensation plan. It's my privilege to welcome you to our Thursday evening executive overview of the VG International income opportunity. This evening, what we're going to do is we're going to share some information about our company, about the critical ingredients you would look for developing a home-based business in our industry. We're going to give you a chance to hear from a few of the folks that have been working in the field anywhere from a few months to a couple of years and hear what they've been doing to build a home-based business and in many cases creating significant full-time incomes on a part-time basis. This information this evening is really for those of you that have been invited guests. Perhaps a friend, maybe a family member, a coworker has been sharing with you a little bit about VG products, our income opportunity, and so this call is for you, and a very special welcome to those of you that are invited guests. So this evening, we're going to talk about the three specific ingredients one would look for, essential requirements, if you will, to developing a home-based business in our industry of network marketing. Those three essential components would first and foremost be the experience of the corporate leadership team. I think that goes without saying that if you're going to hitch your wagon, if you will, of course you want somebody that knows what they're doing. Secondly, of course, you want to look at the products, and we're going to talk about the kinds of products that would lend themselves well to our type of business. And then third, we're going to talk about timing and what kind of point in time you would be looking for to join a company. That first ingredient, experienced corporate leadership. The founder of VG International is a gentleman by the name of Ken Brailsford. Now, you may not recognize Ken's name. However, Ken is an icon in both the nutritional and direct marketing industry. Ken and his siblings were the co-founders of Mr. Sunshine back in the 70s. Many of you will recognize that company's name. Today, now over 40 years in business, has become one of the industry's billion-dollar long-term giants. Ken went on in the 80s to become the founder of Enrich International, another one of the industry's billion-dollar leverage companies. Now, Ken had long since retired from the industry when a few short years ago he became aware of a botanical by the name of Moringa oleifera. And that was actually a tremendous opportunity. Back in 2004, the Discovery Channel introduced a video. It was an hour-long documentary on the Moringa oleifera tree. This botanical was described as being the most nutrient-dense or nutrient-rich botanical ever studied by mankind. Now, what we learned from this documentary was that a very small quantity of the powdered leaf of this tree was being used to literally reverse childhood starvation in as little as 2 weeks. And what was phenomenal, not only was this doing this much more quickly and efficiently than some of the most widely known medications, drugs, and nutritional supplements, was doing it much less extensively. Well, since the original airing of that documentary, we've had tremendous third-party validation of the power of this nutritious tree. There's over 200 worldwide humanitarian organizations that endorse the use of the Moringa oleifera tree for nutritional purposes. We've got countless numbers of universities and medical schools that have researched this botanical. Numerous governmental agencies, including the NIH, that's the National Institutes of Health, the U.S. governmental agency that investigates these kinds of things. They reported in their 2008 newsletter that the Moringa oleifera tree was the most nutrient-rich botanical they had ever studied, and we're talking over 5,000 botanicals they've researched. They even went on so far as to say that Moringa oleifera tree had been used in some of the most, in some of the world's traditional medicines for hundreds, perhaps thousands of years, to treat or cure over 300 diseases and ailments. Well, when Ken Brailsford saw this video, a friend of his forwarded a VHS videotape copy of that original documentary, what he recognized is he could do more good for mankind with a single botanical than he had done with the perhaps hundreds of other products from his previous two companies. That was the genesis of ZJ International. That's what caused Ken Brailsford to come out of retirement and bring this product to market. Well, Ken Brailsford today, now that ZJ's been in business now just a short 7 years, he has surrounded himself with some of the top minds in the direct marketing industry. We have a corporate executive team led by Ken Brailsford. Our corporate executive team has over 200 years of combined experience at some of the highest levels of some of the most successful direct marketing companies in the industry. So when you look at experience in corporate leadership, arguably our company has the highest level. Ken Brailsford has built two of what ultimately becomes only 24 companies in this history of network marketing that have achieved billion-dollar legacy status, and Ken built two of those. Now, experienced corporate leadership is certainly the foundation of success. Secondly, you have to look at the products. Well, products, a lot of people are not aware of the kinds of products that lend themselves well to our type of business. First and foremost, you want to have a product that is unique in the marketplace, something that has not been brought to market yet. Be first to market. That's always the leading position. Secondly, you want to have a product that's highly consumable. Ideally, something that's consumed on a daily basis, reordered on a monthly basis. This is why nutritional supplementation lends itself so well to our industry. Of the 24 companies that have stood the test of time over the last 60 years that this has been a profession, the lion's share of those 24 companies have a nutritional supplement foundation. Finally, you want to have a product that really works. It's got to have an effect. If you have products that meet genuine needs and people notice a difference when they use the product, that's what creates a long-term customer and therefore a long-term residual income. So again, on products, you look for products that are unique to the marketplace, highly consumable, and they have to really work. Now, the third ingredient you look for is timing. And before I go into timing and specifically spell out the time you want to join a company, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the field. We have Faith Walters with us. Faith is one of our newest distributors, just recently hit our Builder 1000 position in our compensation plan, which means that on a part-time basis, she's developed a little team that has been able to generate over 2,000 volume points in a single week. Faith, just very excited about what's happening with you as you're launching your ZJ business today. Would you take a moment, come on the phone, share with the folks a little bit about your background, why you decided you wanted to develop a home-based business with ZJ, and what you've been doing to get off to such a fast start.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
I hear you just fine, Faith. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, I'm a single mom here in Macon, Georgia. I'm a hairstylist by profession, and about a year and a half ago, Dee Dee first introduced me to the product, and we have such great results within our family. I have results of relief from migraines and chronic fatigue, and my kids have been off asthma and allergy medication. It's been really phenomenal, and so a few months ago, I really got on board with the business side, seeing the value in it, and everybody was approaching me wanting to try the product. So actually, Dee Dee talked to me about convention. I ended up attending convention. I was Builder 500 then. By the time I came back from convention, within about 2 weeks, I had hit the Builder 1000, and I'm right on the brink of going over to bronze right now. And the extra income, me being a single mom, has just been phenomenal for me. My son's birthday was a couple weeks ago. I was able to take off several days of work and take him hiking for 3 days on the Appalachian Trail, and I wasn't stressed or anxious about taking those days off work and not having that income coming in. And that's been thanks to ZJ and the business opportunity they've given me. And I've also been able to you, the last 2 months, through the Team 50 program, I've had all my product paid for as well, mine and my kids and everything, and that's just really excited me and really motivated me to keep going and keep moving on and signing people up and sharing my story and living life unlimited.
Well, Faith, we can tell your excitement and your enthusiasm, and we're also very excited for what you're doing with your Zija business. Thanks for taking a minute and sharing your story with us. And ladies and gentlemen, one of the reasons I asked Faith to join us on the call is so that you can start to get a feel for the third essential ingredient in looking at developing a home-based business, which is timing. Today in Zija Nation, we are experiencing the very beginnings of what's referred to as the momentum stage in a network marketing company. What more commonly we would call the explosive growth stage. See, a lot of people really aren't familiar with the timing cycles that a company goes through. It's common for people to say, well, you want to begin at the beginning of a company, which may make sense, but the fact of the matter is it's probably the worst time to join a company. In the history of network marketing, we're going back over 60 years now to the origin of this industry, the Amway Corporation, White Magic, Vitalite. You go back that far and you check the number of companies that have come and gone. In over 60 years, we've had, well, probably tens of thousands of companies that have come and gone. Yet only 24 companies in the last 60 years have become what we call legacy companies. Companies that have achieved $1 billion in sales, have been in business 20 years or longer, and continue to grow to this day. And so, joining a company at the very beginning, you have better odds being in Vegas, actually. It's not the right time to join a company. Others would say you want to join one of those 24 legacy companies because it's a long-term, solid opportunity, and that would make sense, except for the fact that the chance to be in before the massive growth has already come and gone. In the industry, the professionals, people that have been around for a long time, recognize the very best time to join a company is the beginning of that momentum phase that I referred to. It's commonly known that if you can find a company somewhere between its first $100 and $200 million a year, when you find a company at that point in its growth curve, that's when you have the best of both worlds. You have a company that has been around long enough to create stability, to have some structure, to have some infrastructure, and most importantly, resources to put back into the development of the company. Yet you're in before the masses. Well, today as we speak, that's exactly the point in time with Zija International. We have just completed our first $100 million year. And what the company has done, and of course, under the guidance of Ken Brailsford, arguably the most experienced corporate leader, company owner in this industry, Zija International has been doing a lot of things to enhance the income opportunity. And one of the things that Faith mentioned has been a key component to the growth we've had over the last several months. Zija International has introduced a program called Team 250. It's a program that allows us for simply doing the basic things that we do, introducing our product to people. You can literally, with minimal effort, build your business and qualify for that Team 250 program, which means that your own personal product supply is free, paid for by the company. We've introduced other programs. We have our new Team Benz program. It's a luxury automobile program. Frankly, that's not that uncommon in our industry. A number of companies have luxury automobile programs, but they've always been oriented or geared towards the top income earners. Zija International is a different kind of company. We've allowed even our most part-time people to participate in our luxury automobile program where you can literally pick up a Mercedes-Benz automobile and let the payments be made for by the company. There's a number of other things that are going on in place today in terms of corporate-sponsored activities, conventions, tours throughout the United States. As we speak, we're on a Life Unlimited tour where the company is sending our top income earners to well over 24 cities throughout North America over the next 2 weeks to introduce some of our new products that we're bringing to market. These are all the kinds of things that become available to people when you find the right company at the right point in time in its growth curve. What I want to do now is go up to British Columbia. We're truly an international company. Today we are now open in over 30 different countries throughout the world. Canada has been one of the major countries in terms of building this company from the very beginning. We're going to go to Carol Joy Green up in British Columbia, and Carol Joy has the recognition, while she's a part-time distributor, her leadership has been developing a tremendous organization, certainly there in British Columbia, but now spreading throughout North America. Carol Joy, I have to congratulate you. You've had tremendous growth in your organization. You've had a number of people in just this past week or two that have hit new rank achievement levels. Why don't you take a moment, join us on the call, Carol Joy, share with us a little bit about your background and why you got involved with VJ International, but in particular, tell us what you've done to be able to build such a successful business.
Sure. Can you hear me okay, Fred?
That's fine. Go right ahead, Carol Joy.
Great. I had experience in the corporate world, but I was a stay-at-home mom when my friend Cheryl shared DJ with me. I immediately knew I wanted my family on the products, and I saw the business opportunity and got started with the Builder 2 system because I wanted to have enough product to share and maximize my earning potential. And Zeta has allowed my kids now to attend an elite private school and simply given our family more options without my having to give up the flexibility of being home and setting my own schedule. Recently my why has really gotten bigger, and I've committed myself to developing a business that will create a replacement income. Convention was absolutely critical in growing my team's vision, and between that vision and Zeta's powerful new products, the result has really been explosive growth across my team. I was very excited last week when 25% of my team hit new pin ranks, and my volume grew by over 100%, and I'm working now to close in on platinum. But as much as I love a rising paycheck, seeing my team members themselves take ownership of their own lives with a growing Zeta business and emerge into leadership roles themselves, that's been one of the most fulfilling parts of what I do, and a challenge that I love.
Carol Joy, again, congratulations, and truly what we've been seeing is a result of your personal growth, your leadership development, and then imparting that to others. And ladies and gentlemen, that's really the key to what we do in Zeta International. We're in a profession that the top income earners get to that point in time, not because they're particularly special, not because of special abilities or talents. It really has nothing to do with, where you live, what your background is, but rather following a simple, duplicatable system and empowering others to achieve the goals and aspirations and desires they have. That is truly the sign of leadership and the sign of success in our industry. And to kind of, bring this, put the bow on it, if you will, I want to bring on the line Dee Dee Shaw. Now, Dee Dee Shaw will be familiar to some of you that are existing distributors. She's an emerald level distributor in our organization, in our compensation plan. Certainly has become recognized as one of our company's top presenters, top trainers. She's a stay-at-home mom, homeschooling many of her children now, one of the busiest people I know, and yet she manages to build a Zeta business that has become, frankly, quite an astounding full-time income on a part-time basis. And just as an example, the two ladies that you just heard from this evening are part of her organization. She has really recognized that how you create financial success and prosperity for yourself is through being able to do that and help others be able to do that for themselves. And Dee, really a privilege to have you on the call this evening. Would appreciate it if you could maybe take a moment, share with the folks a little bit about your motivation to get involved in Zeta, what you've been doing to build, today, an international business, and maybe you can share with folks a little bit about what you see happening in the near future with Zeta.
Thanks, Fred. I am a homeschooler. homeschool mom, and my tagline is, if I can do this business, anybody can do this business. We have a total of 14 children now. We had 12 when I started with Zija a few years ago. But we were at a point in our lives where we knew we had to do something different. If things were going to change, something had to change. And we were financially struggling just to pay the house payment, to put food on the table. So I knew when I got started, I needed to get started with the builder system. It made perfect sense to me. We just didn't have the money, and I just took a leap of faith. We spent our grocery money to get started with the builder system. And when you got that much skin in the game and you know you got kids to feed, you do what you got to do. And that's what I did. I plugged into the simple, duplicatable system that we have. I shared product with folks. I recouped my investment in my first week. Second week in the business, my paycheck was $500, and all I was doing was using the simple, duplicatable system, sharing with other people. And over the past few years, Fred, the business has just grown, and I have to reiterate what you said about personal development. This is a business where you care about people and you share with people. If you've got a desire to be successful and you're willing to be coachable, anybody can do this business. And time doesn't have to be a factor either, because busy doesn't even begin to describe my life. I tell people sleep's overrated. So it's absolutely possible, because you do these as you go. You do it around your schedule, and it provides flexibility. But the thing that I see happening with Zija, I see it happening with Carol Joy's team, I see it happening with Faith's team, I see it happening across the board. We are at the point where momentum is just really starting. And to look back and see 900% growth over the last 3 years, and to know that we're just beginning. This is a time where I can see myself. I'm just on the verge of breaking diamond. I'm already in qualification for the profit sharing pool. Just so excited about where we're going with Zija, and so happy to be a part of it. Thank you, Fred, for allowing me to share.
Thank you, Dee Dee, and again, congratulations to the leadership you provide to the field, and in particular to your organization. And so, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard a little bit about what people have done to build a successful business. You've heard, the 3 essential ingredients: experienced corporate leadership, the right product, the right timing that one looks for developing a business. So let me take a moment and just share with you a little bit about how one becomes an independent distributor with Zija International. The only requirement to become a distributor with Zija is a $39 application fee. And what that does is that allows you the ability to purchase product directly from Zija at wholesale, allows you to develop your own preferred customers, and even develop your own distribution organization through the development of team members. Now, you heard each one of our speakers talk about a duplicatable system. What we've learned is that the most effective way to develop either a customer or new distributors through our sampling process. Allow people to try our product anywhere from a few days to a week. The product does the heavy lifting. And so this is why most of our successful distributors have made a decision to purchase product to launch their business. Now, we have 3 basic entry points to the Zija business. We have a personal system. It provides you with a few of our different products to use personally, allows you to have a little bit left over to sample out to a few friends. It's a $330 order, and for most people, not only is it an order that helps them start a business, is that initial cost can be recouped in a relatively short period of time. Now, the advantage you have with that is that the company waives the $39 application fee, so it's literally over a 10% discount. The next 2 positions we call them builder positions, Builder 1 and Builder 2. These are just multiples of the personal system. Builder 1 is 2 of those personal systems, so therefore it's $660. The Builder 2 is double that. And that's all that you can get. You can't even actually buy any more product from Zija at one time than that. And those 2 builder systems come with 2 significant advantages because they're geared towards people that want to launch and build a successful business. The company provides 50% sent additional product for free in the form of samples already packaged to make the sampling process easier, and they provide a 50% increase in commissions for a period of 3 to 6 months, depending on whether you get the Builder 1 or the Builder 2 system. So what it does is it allows you to leverage that initial product purchase to get more product, more bang for your buck, if you will, and be able to do the same activities but able to earn 50% more income, which frankly that's the most important time to earn more money is in the beginning of your business. So what we want to do now is we want to do the two things in closing of the call. First, for those of you that are invited guests, I'm going to challenge you to do a couple of things. Get back with the person that asked you to be on the call this evening. Find out about the Builder systems and what you can do to launch your Zija business. Try our product if you haven't had a chance to try our product. Do whatever is necessary to get yourself involved and join us at what is, without question, the best time in the history of Zija to join the company. Then secondly, for those of you that are ready to make that decision to launch your Zija business, to start developing your own home-based financial security and prosperity, what we want to do is we want to invite you to a fast start training this Saturday morning at 8 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock in the morning East Coast time on this same conference bridge. We're going to be hosting a very special fast start training. Our guest presenter is going to be a gentleman out of Las Vegas. His name is Paul Lovato. He's an Emerald Bubble distributor with our company, one of our company's top trainers, and he's going to be teaching you exactly step by step how to build your own personal fast launch story and get into profitability as quickly as possible following this simple, duplicatable system that you've heard all of our guest speakers speak about this evening. So I encourage you to join us Saturday morning, again, 8 o'clock Pacific, 11 o'clock Eastern Time on this same conference bridge. With that, I'm going to do one last shout out to my guest speakers this evening. Thank you all for joining us on the call. We certainly appreciate you taking time out of your schedules to share your stories with our listeners this evening. With that, I'll go ahead and open up the lines, close out the call. Thank you for joining us this evening. We'll look forward to seeing all of you on the Saturday morning Fast Start training. The lines are open.
Thank you, Fred. TV shop for Cyber. Thank you. Thank you, great call. That's really out of Pennsylvania. Thank you, Fred. Thank you, you left your guest in Philadelphia, Ohio. Thank you very much. Fred, Maria Alfred, New Mexico.